Alright, hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to a new YouTube video. Today I'm going to be talking about what probably a lot of you have thought about in the past. That's just supplementation in general. I mean, we hear these stories about people taking these crazy pre-workouts to get them the most insane pumps. Channels like More Plates, More Dates and brands such as Gorilla Mind and Gorilla Mode are becoming more popular day by day, it seems. So I kind of want to talk about what makes me kind of different in my search of a good supplement and sort of what I think makes for the best supplement of pre-workout, protein, post-workout, all of this stuff that we have currently available to us. And working in a place that sells pre-workout, post-workout, protein, and a bunch of other different supplements, I'm probably in the best place to talk about it right now. To begin, let's discuss pre-workout. What do I take for my pre-workout? What do I take to get jacked, to get jazzed up, to get cracked out of my goddamn mind? Well, I take pretty much everything, honestly. That sounds wrong, but I've tried most pre-workouts, and most things do sit pretty well with me. Convict is one of the brands we sell here that's very popular, and that one didn't really sit the best with my stomach, probably due to some of the other stimulants in it that just my body wasn't really that well adapted to. So the current drivers of my pre-workouts are going to be Gorilla Mode Energy, which is not something that we sell here, unfortunately, but something that we're looking forward to maybe be an affiliate for in the future, so we can support them and so we can allow you guys to get a discount through us at the Nutrition Shack, soon to be Burn Nutrition. And then the other pre-workout that I just got, that I just tried, probably twice, I've had 2 scoops of it, would be this one over here called Berserk. So when I look for a pre-workout, I look for something that's clinically dosed when it comes to pump and when it comes to strength. So a good pump product would be something that has citrulline malate or citrulline at about 7 grams for an efficacious dose. And this one has citrulline malate at a 2-to-1 ratio at 7 grams. So that's exactly what I'm looking for. They have beta-alanine, which is one of those ingredients that you'd have to consume a lot of for it to accrue in your system, because like creatine is one of those things that has to be in there and sort of like accrue over time for it to be beneficial, but it does have benefits when it comes to athletic performance. And then the glycer pump, which is generally does not mix the best with a lot of the solutions that we see, but this one, for some, I don't know what they did to it, but it just mixes perfectly with water. Flavors Haterade, you just get the most insane pump. It tastes incredible. It tastes like legit, lemonade. It's awesome. And then there's a few other things in here too. The L-tyrosine for a little bit more focus, caffeine, and some other various compounds that I'm not the most familiar with, but some that are a little bit more nootropic based. So I'm not going to talk about that all that much. And then for the Gorilla Mind, the caffeine is the big one, and then some of the other nootropic-ish compounds in there too as well. It's not really a pump product, so I can't really tell you guys you're going to get the most insane pump on this stuff, so I'm not going to. But tastes incredible, great amount of caffeine, great amount of other stimulants, and very clean focus, especially when combined with my next product, which is Gorilla Mind Smooth. So this is a nootropic. If any of you guys have seen the movie Limitless, Bradley Cooper takes this pill, becomes the smartest guy in the world. Same idea, technically the same class of drugs, but very much not the same thing. So the L-tyrosine, like in the other one, a lot more focus. It's also a precursor to dopamine too in the brain, so you'll generally feel a little better while on it as well too. The alpha GPC is the big one, the big second compound in here as well too, and that is a nootropic. I haven't looked at too many studies for the it being efficacious, but I've from the stuff that I've seen and from trying it myself, I have seen increased focus and increased mental clarity. So I'm just gonna say it is. No caffeine in this one, but there's L-theanine too, which is a compound that's found in green tea, and that relaxes us. So if you ever have had like a cup of tea before, in the evening, you will immediately feel relaxed, and that is from the L-theanine. And people use this in accordance with caffeine to negate the negative effects of caffeine, which would be the jitters, and then to keep the clean energy aspect of it, and keep the increased mental focus that caffeine can bring. And so that's kind of why I recommend this product. And there's Bcaas, which is another nootropic. I looked into a few studies on this one. I didn't find too much of it that supported a sort of really good effects, but they were positive when it came to increased mental focus. So I mean, I would just take it as that, and then you will get more mental focus from Bcaas. It's I think it's actually like a fungus. I'm not quite sure. It's been a while since I read up on this, but Gorilla Mind Smooth would be a great nootropic for you guys. And then for my protein, Insane Whey. So it is a whey concentrate, whey isolate blend, if I'm not wrong. I'm just going to make sure I got that right. Protein blend, concentrate, and isolate, yep. And so looking at it, 25 grams of protein, massive tub. You get the best bang for your buck when shopping for protein. And for me especially, just having something that sits well with my stomach is great. Even though it is a whey-based protein supplement, generally speaking, it is. I've not found a product that sits as well on my stomach as this one does. And the other flavors that we have too. So I'm going to pick up another tub of this today from my workplace nutrition shack. Looking at proteins though, so you want to find something that is best digestible, and then probably price would be a good one too. You don't want to mess up your digestive tract just purely because you're trying to save a few bucks here and there. So for me, whey protein, I am a little bit price cognizant because I am a college student, also living alone. So that's going to be one of the cheaper ones, as well as it being a mix of isolate and concentrate, meaning that one is going to have, it's not 100% milk based. It is milk based, but the isolate has a lot less milk than the concentrate does, so that's why I kind of go for this one. It tastes incredible. The mix is great. Plant protein is also a good one for people who maybe struggle with digestive issues. Bone broth protein is another good one too. I've seen meat proteins being sold on Mark Bell's stuff that I've heard mix and are easy to digest. But looking at it, it doesn't really all that matter as long as you get the protein in throughout the day. There is a little bit of debate when it comes to plant protein versus whey or meat protein, and the big one that I would see is like the BCAAs. So if you have any meat in your diet, you immediately get enough of BCAAs. The only time I'd recommend someone to actually take BCAAs in is if they are vegan and they want to get some that they can't easily get through plant proteins. As well as EAAs actually have benefits for just anyone. So if you guys would want to try one, we actually sell them here too. So if you want to come check that out, I can hook you guys up with 10% off if you go to the Jack. Otherwise, it's one of those things where it will help you. Granted, how much is kind of up to you, depending on how much you want to optimize the other areas of your training. I would not tell someone who just began that they need a convict pre-workout with 1,3-dimeth and 400 milligrams of caffeine. That would just be, morally, that would not sit right with me. But this is what I take in addition to Gorilla Mind Sleep, which has a mix of fast kind of absorption melatonin and slow release melatonin to kind of keep you through the whole night, as well as some other compounds that promote sleep, such as zinc. I think magnesium is also in that supplement too, and it just sort of allows me to get into the most optimal stage of sleep so I can recover from my workouts. And like I said, you need to get your 8 hours of sleep, 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night. Non-negotiable if you're trying to make the most gains that you can. I'd even say 9 if you are legit great athlete or a powerlifter, specialized bodybuilder, someone who's been lifting for a really long time and really needs to sleep to recover from their workouts. So that's sort of my kind of how I view everything on there as well. If you guys want to check out some supplements, we're at the Nutrition Shack, soon to be renamed Burn Nutrition. I don't know the address off the top of my head, but we are right off of Milton Avenue, across from the mall, across from Ulta and Blackhawk Bank. So come check us out. I'd love to help you guys find the best supplements that you can. Maybe educate you guys a little bit more too. But I will be back for another video in the future. Hope you guys enjoyed this short little one. Something to break up the monogamy of lifestyle stuff. Maybe teach you guys some stuff too. And hey, if we get 20 likes, I'll show you guys my SARM stack next time. Peace. That's a joke.